Ooh, all of my bitches reside. Cars robotic. We go retarded, huh? Hop in the phone, I need the top. When I get home, I need the top. Louis get home, I need the top. I got standards. Diamond Ned Flanders. Ooh, ooh. Kool-Aid Jammer. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, I got standards. Suck on my nuts like candles. So I'm on that shit, bro. Damn, one. That nigga must have graded out. Hold on. Okay. Ooh, all of the bitches robotic, cars robotic, we go retarded, huh? Hop on the phone, I need the top. When I get home, I need the top. I got standards. Diamond Ned Flanders. Ooh, ooh, Kool-Aid Jammer. I got standards. Suck on my nuts like candles. I got a 7'4" nigga. And one. fuck? He's a bitch. Bro, give me a fucking steal, bro. That nigga made that bitch. He like my play. I saw that side of Beyonce. Ain't go with him. Too bad. Too high. Check that. Diamond Central Lane, I'm scanning the bitch. Diamond Tanner bitch. Me and my hoe, we saying the bitch. I got done that 15 man. I feel like we're flying that bitch. Then I gotta tell my man they up on me and I'm down that bitch. I feel like we're flying that bitch. I gotta start the cold, so I ran this bitch. I ain't talking about no T-shirt when I say I got fed this bitch. I had to figure it out the hallway. No, I don't care no bitch. I never talk shit online, but check it in real life. I never struggle again. I help out my man. I put my watch in the brand new Benz. Niggas is starting for the bitch. I should have pitched like a fan. Then they thought I do what I can. That's what fresh for. Like a still catch. Yeah, and that bitch, I'm still relaxed. Still slime, still from there. I get on my bitch and that nigga ugly as fuck. That nigga ugly as a bitch. Kiss your bitch goodbye. She coming with us, but she not coming back. Yeah, highlight smoking. All right, there we go. I'm finna get another attribute cap anytime now. This nigga 6'11". Oh, that nigga missed a dunk. I'm about to change my name to two-way mid-range rim marker, bro. He AI big. Who was I finna go watch? I was finna watch that bitch.
They would make a threat. We're gonna kill that nigga. We're gonna kill him. We're gonna contact so and so in the hole. We're gonna have him burnt to death. All this stuff. And so I get out of the hole. I said, yeah, I'll go to the back to the yard. And this old black man said, he said, I don't know who you are, but I admire what you did. He said, I'm too old to fight. He said, but you gonna need it. Gave me a butcher knife. And when I seen him coming, I said, here it goes, man. I know I'm gonna die today, but I'm take somebody with me. So I was walking towards him, then I just say, fuck it, and just broke out in a run and was running at him. And I pulled the knife back. I said, I'm just gonna run and just throw a slice of right. But they scattered, and they was like, hey, man, we didn't come to fight, man. We didn't come, man, we want to talk, man. We don't know who put that out, man. But I've been eating cheese all my life, and I ain't no rat and all that, man. The guard seen you with that knife, so I passed the knife out to somebody else. They came and shook me down, didn't find it. You know, now everybody's eating cheese now. Sorry.
I mean, I'm used to people describing prison as usually the blacks and the Mexicans have more power than the white guys. Usually the white guys, people describe them as being kind of like meth heads and just junkies and weird.
Man, that's a lie. Them white guys in that prison, they were openly referring to black people as monkeys in Nichols. And they would talk it out in the open, and they would dare you to say something about it. They had all the weapons, and like they let them work in the engineering department where they can use a grinder. They was making swords, and they'd come out of with a blanket, carrying a whole big arm full of weapons, and then all the blacks would see it, and they scared to death because they ain't got no but toothbrushes. And them white guys, they ran that prison. But they ain't never seen nothing like me when I came in there. And they had a land where blacks eat in this land, whites eat in this land. So when I got in the black land, I said, there ain't that many people in this white land. So I went over there. They said, man, don't do that. I said, man, you. I got in the land. Yeah, I did. And I got in the. I broke through the color line. That's exactly what I did. And blacks used to eat in the back of the kitchen. They eat in the middle and in the front. I set a tray down in the middle. Guy said, that's reserved. I said, yeah, for me. And I broke through all that. And so, what really saved me in prison was, now, I'm getting through with all of this. And really, I ain't been really tested, like hands. Like anybody can whoop somebody with a weapon, I'll stick them, I'll stab them. But ain't nobody really tested my hands yet, right? And so I started fighting the guards. And the guards in that prison was killing inmates. And they said if you cuss one of them guards, they would beat you to death. So I said, well, I'm going to do something worse than that. I'm going to throw a 5-gallon bucket of shit on them and see what they do about that. And I started doing that. And to my... It happened, but...
Where my nigga at, bro? Where's fucking Wesley at?
Wesley! I'm serious.
Were you the first person in that prison to start doing that kind of shit?
Yeah. I'm the first.
Okay, so there's a new strategy that we've had. Like Rico Reckless is a rapper from Chicago who kind of famously went viral for talking about this, but they would call it the Glock Dookie, where basically they would get like a water bottle, fill it with shit and piss, and then they would just keep it right there. And if you tried to fuck with them, then they would be able to like spray you with it. Or you take that, you walk down on somebody, you say, hey, give me your noodles, give me whatever that you have that I want from you, or else I'm about to hit you with this. And that's kind of a way that they do battle in there.
Yeah, but here's something that they didn't know. I was so top of the line with this. If you take shit and piss and put it in a bottle and then put milk in it and screw the top on it, the person eventually it would explode. It would actually bust like a bomb.
I wonder why.
And because it ferments because of the duty mixed with the milk.
Okay.
The milk, the sour milk in the pea.
Oh, what the fuck?
It makes it ferment and it would explode. So I started making bombs. I tell the guard, you gonna bring me some cigarettes in there because they stopped smoking at the prison. He said, I can't do that. I said, well, you be wearing this shit. And I would take one, yeah, and they would bring it. Every time they would bring it. Because they didn't want to lose their job, first of all. Yeah, they didn't want to lose their job. And at the same time, they can't put their hands on me when I throw it on them. That was my advantage. All they got to do is write a report that he threw it on me, and I would put magic shave in her, which makes it really stink.
Who that is? What's down, BBB Lane? What's down, Brody?
And the magic shave will make your hair fall out. So I had a psychological effect.
What's good, BBB Lane?
Take a broomstick and chop all the lumps out to make it real thick like a milkshake. So when I throw it on you,
I'm about to come down there
and
to
you
Port Arthur,
love,
Texas to see you,
you just
dog.
smearing it on you, and the glass is gonna
I ain't
cut
forget
you.
about
You
you.
gonna think you got a disease, and
I
then
low-key want to do like a
when
1v1 against your
your
ass.
hair start falling out, you gonna
Cause I
think
got a
you're a
lot of shit
lunatic. So
coming,
I
Verdi.
made about in my 40 years, I made about 80 goals quit their job.
Can't lie, BB. You been here since I first started coming back, bro.
Just
Streaming. I ain't gonna lie.
holy, like look at the kind of person that I've become. Not even the fault of your own. Like these are survival mechanisms. But
Yeah,
did you
yeah,
ever take
yeah.
a step back and just look at this and just think like?
I remember I had first got that little laptop,
Man,
and
I
your
done
ass
did it
joined
many
up.
times, but I knew I had to continue. I'm in a situation once that wheel gets to turning.
That's
like,
me.
I do something to you, and you an officer, so you gonna come and do something back.
I bet money he gonna try to do a snatchback or
And
roll
when
to the rim.
you do something back, that's gonna make me do something to you for what you did to me. And then the wheels just keep coming. And then you got inmates in there, you got the fight.
Oh no, I sold
You got
the grip on my
inmates
controller.
that done cater into the goals, like they give inmates TVs, radio. Tell them you can have a TV, the radio, PlayStation, other little things, and these are not rights. These is privileges. So they can take them at any time. They can't take the rights, but they can
That
take
bitch-
the privilege. So
That fucking green one over
anytime,
small. I'm finna get an attribute
inmates
cap
gonna
though,
get real
and about to
big,
upgrade
they'll tell the other inmates,
my motherfucking driving
we gonna
dump.
take y'all stuff if he
gonna be
don't
an 89.
calm down and try to make inmates fight each other, right? And them guys, they got time to do. They got forever. Some of them ain't never getting out, and they cherish what they can get. You know, that is
Low
good.
key, that should have been in, but
every
okay.
time you put me on one of them walks, everybody said, "Oh Lord, look who they just put on the wall." Fleece Johnson, please don't come on the walk and start no try. I said, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do, and y'all do what y'all gotta do.
For sure. So, okay, how do you get from being 16 and this guy is trying to take advantage of you behind bars? You have to fight him off. You're horrified by the idea of this guy raping you. How do you go from that to the point where you actually start taking advantage of other men or dipping your toe into that?
I'm gonna tell you. It started when I went to Eddyville. The cell they put me in, back then they had double cells. They ain't got it no more, but I'll tell you about that later. But they put me in the cell with this big old black dude they called Big Doc. I'm talking about he was about like 6'5", weighed about 285, solid, real dark. His nose was about the size of my fist. He had red eyes like a gorilla. And so I had a little pear knife at that time. And when they put me in the cell with him, he was walking around and he was wearing some shorts with a lot of holes in them. So every time he moved, his dick would pop out. The head of his dick would pop out through the hole. So, you know, I already know where he's going with this, right? So I said, I better say something. So I said, hey, man. See, what I didn't know, let me back it up. What I didn't know, before I moved in that cell, he had a hole in the wall.
Right.
A hole. And what he did, it took a balloon thing, put baby powder in it, blowed it up to where it's about ready to bust, and stuck it up in that hole, then took a newspaper and put some cement shit on it. When it hardened, he taped it over and then painted it, where you can't tell it's there. It looked like the wall. So he gonna make me think he ran his hand through the wall just to get some damn ass, right?
I mean, that is such an insane level of plotting and planning to create this element that'll make it look like you're just the biggest psycho ever. Like you could just punch through a wall just so you can then scare your cellmate. And what the? That's just,
man. He scared the shit out of me.
right.
I said, man, why don't you show me some respect?
Right.
He said, oh,
Why don't you show me some
this
respect?
big black cock. And he took and hit that wall. And when I seen his hand, and when I heard that boom, and his arm went up in there, and when he pulled it out and all that white shit on it, I'm thinking it's fragrance of the cement or something. I ain't know it was baby powder.
You're thinking he's got like superhuman strength.
Man, that and when he ran up on me, he's like, stand up. I said, hey man, can we talk about this? He said, stand up, nigga. And I stood up and I was holding his wrist. I said, man, don't do this. So he said, do I gotta fight you? I said, no. And I didn't give it to him.
Bro, it's like
I'm not letting nobody run their hands through my like he did at Wall, right? But his mistake was it saved me. He tried to kiss me. I already felt his thing up against my booty and everything, but he pulled my head back and tried to stick his tongue in my mouth. And that was the nastiest feeling I ever felt in my life, and I gurgitated. I said, hell no. And by that time, I realized that I had that little pear knife because I moved and it stuck me on the hip. I said, man, he gonna have to kill me. He said, hold your head back.
This little bitch got some defense.
I said, man, no. And I pulled that knife, I just started swinging, and I was cutting him, man. I was cutting. Here's what I believe. I believe he died. See, well, like I was telling you about racism back in them days, them guards, when they came to get me, I was standing there shaking, holding this knife. He's laying on the ground, cut to hell, blood everywhere. They pulled him out. They pulled him up out of there. They took me to the hole, and I'm thinking I'm getting ready to get a lot of time. But when I went in front of the disciplinary committee, they say, we know who he is, we know what he does. You'll never see him again. And they let me out of the hole that day, then dropped all the charges. Now, when all the inmates heard about this, they like, oh boy, that little young dude, boy, you don't want to mess with him. They don't know. I was right there. And I was getting ready to give it to him.
So why do you think he was dead? Just because they?
Yeah, I never did see him again. I don't. In all the prisons.
That bitch was purple plate.
In my state.
I think he would go at first.
Letters to people. They said no, nobody like that came to this prison. So I don't know what happened.
That's crazy. I feel like nowadays you would just find out, you would hear about it, but I guess at that time, shit just got lost.
Yeah, they did a lot of secret stuff, man. There was a lot of stuff that happened, like dungeons.
Like torture style.
Yeah, they was hiring people to break me. They hired this man, he did 21 years into the military interrogation. He was a captain over the interrogation of the enemy. They hired this man to come in prison and break me. And they gave him a house across the street from the prison, and he put word out, anytime I act up, ain't nobody to deal with him but him. So he did waterboarding with me.
Any, mini, money, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. If he holler, let him go. Any, mini, money,
when I was
mo.
in the hole, they gave me 12
Okay,
years.
is it muscle?
Well, 27 years, I ended up doing 12. And ain't nobody ever had never did that type of time in that prison, in the hole.
You spent 12 years alone?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's insane.
And most of it naked. You know, fighting the guards coming through, take my food tray, say, please, here's your food. Boom.
Oh, what the fuck?
Like that. I got to get off the floor and off the walls and stuff to eat it, right?
That's probably why that nigga won.
And I always got it.
I had blocks, still boosting to the
so that's
blocks.
the type of fighting we was doing in there. But what happened was, I started winning. When I started throwing that duty on them, it scared them so bad, and they kept running to the lawmakers in Frankfurt. can y'all do something about this? They said, no, you work there at your own risk. For 6 years, I threw duty on him and had all the inmates to do it too. And I'm talking about all of them, nurses, doctors, guards. They brought people in from the our state capitol building, corrections cabinet department. They come in wearing them suits and stuff and leave out covered in shit. I did all that. And when they made it a felony, that's when I stopped. You know. But back that time, man, I was controlling the prison at that time.
I mean, it really says a lot that you can take men who have literally nothing. In some cases, they're naked, they're alone, and that they're still going to find some way to fight back, even if it's to take the only weapon that they have, which is the shit coming out of their own asses, and that will be how they fight back. Like, it's crazy that they couldn't kill your spirit enough to just make you just give in. You still were going to take the last possible resource you had and fight back with it.
Well, the guy that they hired to break me, he died trying to break me. In the penitentiary, his heart busted. I said I said to myself, I said, you know what? Y'all call him, tell him, man, I'm done. I was getting ready to give in. That man took me through some torture and stuff. And when he came over, he said, you want to see me? I said, yeah. I'll never forget it. He had a pack of 9-filter Camel cigarettes. He took out his pocket, did like that. And when he lit it, his body buckled. And he left and went on outside my door on the side of the wall. I said, oh shit, something is wrong with his heart. And when he came back around that corner, I said, I'm gonna tell you something, man. If you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna bust your heart. You'll die messing with me. And I spit in his face, and it was on. So we went through another big fight, and then 3 days later, they come through, said he died. He was dead.
Okay, but so when you just told that story about that guy trying to molest you, and that you basically may or may not have killed him. When do you first take interest in another man and actually go about breaking another guy down? Break down that scenario.
I was in the shower. Well, every time they bring sissies into prison, I was the one that'll run them out to them. Cuss them out, tell them they were dirty, nasty. That I hope God I take them and put them in bundles or burn them. All this stuff. And then they brought one in. He was just like a woman. And he had a big old butt like Serena Williams. And he was real nice. He said, can I talk to you? I said, no, you can't say nothing to me, fed. You know, he said, what did I do to you? I said, shut up. And then one day I was in the shower by myself. I usually like taking showers when nobody's in there. You know, I don't want to go through all that old shit.
What were you scared of?
Man, everybody coming to see, in the prison I was in, they had this thing called saltpeter. You ever heard of that?
Saltpeter?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that? I forget.
It's supposed to something you put in the food. It's supposed to make it to where you can't get aroused.
Right, yeah.
But if you put too much, it'll have the reverse effect. Everybody's hard, right?
Oh, wow.
So they had sissies working in the kitchen, and they was deliberately putting more to get everybody hard and rocked up all the time, right? So every time you stand up, you
finna fade.
rocked up.
I knew that bitch was finna fucking fade. I knew he was finna fade, bruh.
And this dude come in, this little gay dude. I didn't know he was in there, and I was washing I had a lot of hair then. I was washing my hair, and I heard somebody, so when I turned around and looked, I seen him from the back, and that soap was going down his back and going through the crack of that big old bubble ass of his. And I'm hard, so I'm like, I said, he stood on me already. So I said, I'm gonna take his chance. So I went in back of him. I said, hey. He said, yeah. I said, can I get some of that? He said, yeah. I said, if you tell somebody, I'm gonna beat you to death. I said, I want you to know it. Anybody you tell, he said, I ain't gonna say nothing.
That nigga tripping.
So that was the first time I ever come was in a man. And I almost blacked out, man. My whole body just went numb. I said, ooh, is this what it feels like? You know. So I wanted it again and again.
Wait, but so was this guy gay?
Yeah, he was already gay.
Okay, so this didn't take any convincing on your part.
Nah, he was already, he came in prison gay. And he wanted to be respected. And there was a lot of people wanting. They were trying to fight over him to get him. They was offering him like tens and twenties of thousands of dollars, and they had that type of money.
To be their boyfriend?
Yeah, see, when you think of prison, they had one guy in there that I protected. And he got 387 acres of land. He got over.
Oh, that bitch deep. That bitch shot that bitch from deep.
He was never been in trouble. Or came home one day and caught his wife with
GG, my nigga.
Killed both of them. So they sent him to prison. You got a lot of people in prison.
Hey, I don't even shoot FaZe, nigga. On my mama.
They made a mistake.
For sure. Yeah, you was hitting FaZe, nigga. You was a bitch.
Relationship. But when they come to prison,
I'm playing, bro. GG.
they need somebody to protect them because they got a lot of money. And so, you know, people were trying to fight over him, but the third
That
time
nigga was
I
locked.
killed,
I ain't gonna lie.
I got caught. Some dude caught me pulling out.
Bro,
on
I'm
me.
still not level 22 now, bro. We gotta get that.
He was one that came.
All right, after
out
this
and
game,
was
we
gonna
should
run
get that
his
shit.
mouth, So I might well go
I
and
need
fight
that
him
attribute
right
cap so I can
now.
put my driver dunk up to 89, nigga. I'm trying to see what
Popped
that
me
bitch
up,
look
when
like.
I came out of the hole, everybody was coming.
I'm probably
to me,
gonna
they
change
said,
my
"Man, you
name
in
to
the game?"
Rimrocker. Yeah.
I said, yeah, I'm in the game, and I don't care what y'all think, right? But I didn't know nothing about sex, right? Yeah, and that boy that he started getting paranoid. So I was gambling one
Somebody
day,
else
and he
subscribe.
whispered in my ear, said, I want to tell you something. I said, what is it, babe? He said, I've been to the
Oh,
doctor.
that's you again. I'm about to cook you this time, big dog. I ain't on
I
cap.
said, what's wrong? He said, I'm pregnant.
I gotta cook your shit this time. Ain't no
Man,
cap.
I went nuts. I actually thought that I got him pregnant, right? 'Cause I didn't know nothing about sex, right? I said, oh, goddamn. I said, look, man, somebody take my hand over. I picked him up in my arms and swung him around. I said, did they tell you if it's a boy or a girl? He said, no, not yet. And so it got so bad that the warden at the prison had me brought to his office. And I said, look, warden, I know I can't keep the child here at the prison, so I'm wondering if y'all could put my child somewhere where I could get some visitational rights. And he just looked at me like saying he's sick, you know. And he had a therapist and this lady, she said, well, I want to talk to you, Mr. Johnson. I said, about what? She said, about your child. I said, what about my child? You don't have. I said, look, man, who's this bitch? And I'm ready to go off, right?
This nigga sound like Glock
And,
19,
it took
bro.
me, they had to take me through a whole bunch of mental stuff before I realized that he wasn't pregnant because he put something up under his t-shirt and made his belly big. And when I tried to touch it, he said, get away from me. Don't you touch it. You ain't got the right to touch this baby. Because you want to say you didn't want it, and you let everybody tell you I wasn't pregnant, but nigga, you looking at my stomach like, man, what you think now? I cried everything, man.
So he was just on some crazy shit, or was he just looking for attention?
He wanted to be a woman so bad
Oh wow.
that he staged that little scene right there. But it took me through a lot of mental stuff, but it didn't stop her.
That's one of the craziest things I ever heard. Was there, okay, when you first had sex with this man in the showers, was there any part of you that just felt kind of disgusted by having had sex with a man, or was it just
Yeah.
pure happiness?
Yeah, that's the first time. Once you
Got
do
that,
it,
man.
the first thing is anger. You get anger at yourself. You'll be like, man, I can't believe I.
Once you bust that nut, a lot of times you feel different, even with a woman.
Yeah, man. I felt angry. I felt like angry, and then I kept thinking about how good it made me feel, though. You know, I said I calmed in him, man. As shit. I didn't know nothing about sex except that, you know, I gotta take care of my wife, and I went nuts over him.
Because were you masturbating in the lead up to this, or not really?
Man, I used to masturbate 6, 7 times a day. Every time I get angry, the only thing that can really calm me down was masturbation, right?
Wow.
You know, I like they lock me up and I'm in a hole, and when they leave my cell, I'm cussing, kiss my ass, y'all. And then about 20 minutes later, I'm jacking off, you know, getting all that anger and tension out of me. It stayed in me, man. I had to jack off. I got caught one time doing it.
Jerking off.
Yeah. But the lady was showing me, you know, she worked in the guard tower, and she opened the door and let me see her on the toilet and stuff. And I stood up on a table, and I was slow jacking, and this sergeant was making rounds, and he walked in there. He said, "You out?" And I jumped, fell off the table. My baby oil turned over. All that stuff was spilled out.
Oh!
I'm laying there naked. I had to get up. He said, "You going to the hole? You are going to, oh my God." So they walked me to the hole naked with baby oil all over me. And I was still shooting. Cum still coming out of me. And
Oh, that
sounds
bitch got
crazy.
take.
Like, they must have been so grossed out by having to even touch you when you're all baby lubed up. Baby
man,
oiled up.
and man, them people, when I threw some shit on this guard one day, they come in my cell, they said, "We're going to take all his cups and buckets. Now he ain't got nothing to throw." So I hated that guard so bad that I stood there and was talking to him and put my hand back there and shit it in my hand, and then pulled him up to the bars and rubbed it in his face, right? And so, but had they got me back, if they four pointed me, I'm on my stomach, hands four pointed to the bed and my feet. He come and they say, "Fleece, somebody's here to see you." And I look, turn my head, he stuck his head.
Oh my gosh, Lord. It's so sunny.
I said, "Here it goes, they get ready to do something." He put on some latex gloves, took some lubricant, put it up my ass, took out a whole can of mace, forced it in my hand, and straight emptied the whole can of mace in my asshole. They did shit like that.
What happened after that? What did the mace?
Man, I was burning,
Oof.
shitting and burning. But I know I got him, so he just, I looked at it like, you do this to me, I'm gonna do something back, right?
It's just so crazy that, like, we have prison systems that this ends up being the kind of shit that happens between the
But do
prisoners.
you know why I started throwing? Do you have any idea what made me throw shit on him?
What'd he do?
This is what made me do it. They were locking me up, and they put me in a cell that had water all over the floor. So I told the guard, I said, "Look, man, I seen some empty cells that was clean. Can you put me in one of these?" He said, "No."
Bye,
I said,
so.
"Well, let me talk to a lieutenant."
I see you on the sunny side, big dog.
He said, "Lieutenant's busy." I said,
I see you on the sunny side.
"Lieutenant." I said, "Well, hallelujah."
GG, big dog.
So when he come up, right, he said I was disturbing the walk. Told me turn around, get handcuffed. They took me down to the dungeon. And down there, they stripped me naked and four-pointed me.
Okay.
like that, making on a steel bed. So it was about 115 or 20 degrees down there. I'm sweating.
I think this bill finna be raw
So
as
I
fuck
coughed
once
a
I put.
little,
Hold
then
on.
I went to sleep. And what woke me up,
Wait,
I
we
had
still
about
not 22?
500 flies buzzing in the crack of my head. It felt like I had a vibrator up my asshole. And I
I think
couldn't
like
get
2 more
removed because
games.
I'm handcuffed.
Why were there so many flies on your ass? Did they put like food down there or something?
No, the place was condemned down there. It was
Ooh, that bitch
actual
gonna be
place where
89
vents
driving
come up
dunk.
through the toilet. The toilet you sit on, a big old rat will come up through that.
That
They
would
got-
really change taking a shit. That would really ruin the experience.
Yeah. And so when all them flies were buzzing in my ass, man, I felt like something died in me. I ain't never been disgusted, treated like that in my life. Man. It was the most disgusting feeling. And if I try to shake them off, they go deeper. So I just took it.
You kinda
Yeah, I said, yeah. I said, I'm going to get them back. I said, when I get upstairs, I'm going to get everyone, they're going to pay for this shit. And that's what made me start throwing shit on. I said, I'm going to throw shit on every one of them in here. I'm going to get them back. And I did.
crazy. So, okay, but that was you already covered your first time like consensually having sex with a sissy behind bars. When did you first start to kind of, because like you have this reputation as
Sissy.
being like I don't know to what extent you would agree with that. Would you say that you were actually taking it from dudes,
Fucking
or did
sissy.
you always just kind of mentally break them down and condition them to have sex with you?
Now, what happened was, I was over a skirt straight program.
Okay.
Now, remember, I done threw all this shit on these girls. I done went in a federal court in Paducah and won a $200 million lawsuit against the Department of Corrections. And the case is called Kindred versus Bland. That's the case. You can look it up, Google it, it'll come pop up. Kindred
You
versus
won
Bland.
this huge lawsuit against them?
Yeah, because what happened was, I filed a lawsuit. I wrote the Department of Justice in Washington. Told them they was trying to kill me and all this stuff, right? Well, about 3 months later, 3 black ladies come from the District of Columbia, sent by the Civil Rights People Division, came down to represent me. So they said, Mr. Johnson, there's a class action already pending in court against the prison. We can take your case and consolidate it with that one and get one judgment for all inmates, or we can just do your case, get you on the street, put some money in your pocket. What would you like? I said, well, let's get one judgment. So when they joined that, they took over the lawsuit. So when we get to court, all the people on death row that was coming to testify, they tried to escape. They knocked a big old hole in the ceiling and got caught. So now the federal marshal is sending us back to prison. So now we can lose our case, right? So I said, man, let me testify. She said, I don't see what good it'll do, because you don't come in the federal judge courtroom, turn up expecting to help you. She said, I don't know. But they took me after her. So while I was after her, the warden was Dewey Shower, that's his name. And he the one that shot me in the leg at another prison. And so me and him been fighting battles for years, and I know how to kick him off, right?
How did he end up shooting you in the leg at another prison?
See, that's a different story. Let me finish this one right here.
Good point. Let's put that. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down.
Okay, and then when they brought me out, I know it's all on me, because they was taking all the other inmates back. They
Damn.
taking them back to prison. This is all over the news, the Paducah. We went to the Western District Court of Paducah. They had it all over the news, the federal marshal taking all the inmates back to prison. And so she asked me, she said, what happened, Mr. Johnson? And I wouldn't say nothing. I'm looking over at him. He had his head down. And he had a pencil, ink pen. He kept tumbling it. And then when his attorney said objection, he looked up. I said, he called me a nigga and acted like I was crying. And he stood up. He said he ain't crying. Can't y'all see he's pretending? The judge said, oh, in this courtroom, I will now have another outburst like that. I'll hit you with a contempt. He said, you can take your contempt, stick it up in your ass.
Ah!
And when he said that, the federal marshal put his hand behind his back and marched him out of the courtroom. And then 2 weeks later, they came and said, y'all won. So at $200 million, it means they got to take all them double cells and make them single cells, take all the billy clubs. They almost bankrupted. They were so mad at me. They were telling inmates, well, we're going to have to give y'all a little mattress this size, thanks to Fleece. Thanks to Fleece, y'all don't get to eat chicken no more. Everything, no more pork chops. No more this and that. We're going to have to hire Airmark to come in and feed y'all small portions. We're going to have to give you boots that'll hurt your feet now because we can't afford a real army boots no more, thanks to Fleece. They kept trying to throw all of it on me, trying to get somebody to hurt me, right? But all the inmates, they respected me, so that happened. And then when I tore up the lecture, I'm the only inmate in America that ever took a mop wrangle and beat a lecture off the stand, tore it up, and it was in the newspaper, Courier Journal, that it cost $650,000 to repair the damage I did in that.
You destroyed the electric chair with a mop?
Wrangle, steel mop wrangle.
Okay. Well, how the hell did you even get access to the electric chair? I would think that would be kept separate from everybody who wasn't actually being executed.
I was fighting on every walk they put me on, throwing shit and getting all the inmates riled up. So they put me down on death row, on that death row, down there in the dungeon, by myself. So to keep me away from inmates and shit, right? So this guy named Steve Delucia come down there, and he wanted to bring my food and stuff. And he said, I want you, Martha Lane Collins was the governor at the time. He said they get ready to execute somebody. I want you to go in here and just don't touch nothing in here but the little net around the chair. That's the only thing you take out and wipe off. Don't try to wipe nothing else. I said, okay. He said, now look after your food and stuff. So when I went in, I sat down in the chair, crossed my legs, and lit a cigarette up. And when I got to thinking about it, I said, we're going to execute somebody. So
I really let this nigga come back.
You know,
that's on me.
So I got offended and took a mop wrangle and beat everything in that chair, right? I beat it off the stand. And they never put it back on her. They had to build a new building and build a new one. And so she was the governor, and when she came to the prison, she stood in front of my door, and I stood in her face. They put that in the newspaper too, in the Courier Journal.
Never let niggas come back like that, because they can sneak back up and win.
So how much money did you
off of drive-ins and shit like that?
Well, it was for all inmates, and the money was supposed to go into the renovation, and like in the hold, they didn't have no air conditioning. In the cell houses, no air. So they had to put in central air, central heat. They had to take the double cells and break them to a single cell. They had to give us a better legal library, better school, better medical, better programs, better everything, right? And they owned up to it. And
we're gonna get it.
But they blamed me. And see, and so what happened was.
How we gonna get it after this game?
It gets interesting.
I'm leaving this team after that too, bro.
There came a time in my life where I'm calming down now. I got all this money in prison. I got stores, poker games. I got weed, whiskey. I'm blackmailing everybody. They bringing me everything in here. And so I'm satisfied that I ain't never gonna hit the streets no more. You know, I just salted a guard. I got 15 years. I took a 5-gallon bucket of boiling bleach and threw it in the guard's face and put him in a hospital for 18 months. Burnt his whole face off. And so, for what he did to me. But when I started calming down, I didn't realize that you don't fight these people the way I fight them, expect them, just because you calm down for them to calm down. So MSNBC came in and wanted me to do a documentary.
What year was that?
It was in the 80s,
Okay.
90s.
I think it was the 90s. It seemed like it was pretty decent quality footage.
Yeah. But anyway, they came in an institution, and I'm like, I'll do it. I ain't never getting out. You know, I'm never getting out. And so I'm going to get up here and say whatever I want to say, right?
Now, a lot of people in that situation might kind of lie about what they have going on. Like, I feel like...
Yeah. You exaggerating a lot of shit, too.
Well, also, like...
I'm not going to tell them that the prison ain't like that right now. It was like that when I first entered the prison. But after I'm doing all that fighting shit, I changed that prison.
But I'm just saying that a lot of people might sleep with other men while they're locked up and then get out and act like it never happened. I feel like that's the norm. You were the one dude who got an opportunity to do a documentary, be on TV, and you just said everything. You just laid it.
Yeah. That's what we represent here at Hustler Spirit, man. It's the truth, man. We right here on my shirt, man. Stack of style, man.
That's a different type of hustler spirit, though.
Yeah, we got that spirit, man. We don't lie. And my agent, he talks to me and he tells me, look, man, these people want to hear the truth. Man. Now, you don't have to tell them the truth if you don't want to. I said, man, I tell them because, because what I talk about, people don't talk about. But, now to get back to the gay stuff.
People are unbelievably fascinated by it, but they don't. There's very few people who are really going to talk about it, you know?
Yeah.
Never know. We'll go on.
But I don't fear nobody. I don't fear people. I told somebody that said he got respect for me. I said, first of all, I don't need your respect. Your respect don't put food on my table, clothes on my back, or shoes on my feet, man. You keep your respect for yourself. I don't need it. I've always stuck with that. So I don't care about what people say about me because I know everybody in this world has did some bad stuff. I ain't the only one. I'm not the only one. I'm the only one that get up and talk about it. But I'm not the only one that ever did something, that people disagree with. Now, on sex, man, I had sex with a lot of men out. That first time, I said, I got to get more booty. I got to get as much booty as I can in here. This is all I got to go on. I'm never getting out. I don't know what it will feel like to be with a woman. So I went hard, man.
Okay, so when did you start, and did you ever start taking it from men, or would you always break them down mentally until they would consent?
No, they was already broken down. Here's the point. See, you think that I don't know where the people get this notion that in the penitentiary, you got to take somebody's booty. Them people, out of 20, I was in prison and held 2,500 inmates. Out of the 2,500, only 30 of them get regular visits every week. You can see them on a visit every week. Out of 2,500, only maybe 150 or 200 gets money from somebody from home. And all the rest of them, they done burnt all their bridges. They ain't got nobody sending them nothing. And then, next thing you know, they'll do anything for some noodles, cigarettes, weed. If you got weed, you can probably have sex with whoever in there. Yeah, a pack of cigarettes goes for $500. So, easy.
So, you're saying that there's just a lot of guys who are willing to have sex when you're in there. It's really not as crazy as we think it is, because in our minds, a straight man is just never gonna consent to having sex with another dude. You're saying that in that environment, it's not that crazy.
No, See, it's you got people like one guy owed me, and I said, well, how you gonna pay this, bro? He smacked his ass cheeks. He said, with this. I said, with what? I said, turn around, let me see it. And I said, pull the trust down a little. I said, spread it open. I said, yeah. I said, I got played out like I'm used. Boy, he had a hell of a ass on him though. It was powerful. And I said, look, man, I get this every time I want it because I got money and stuff. I said, but yeah. I said, we can work something. And that's how I do it. You know, and I seen, if I really want somebody, what I do, man, is introduce myself to him, let him know I got all the money. I'm the one with the weed and the whiskey and all this stuff, and I'm the one to get things popping. You know, if you want to roll with me, you know, holler at me, right? I'm seeing you, you know, I think you look good, you know, and whatever we do, I'm going to keep it discreet. You know, you don't have to worry about nobody in your business. You can keep your mustache or whatever. You know, I just want some booty, man.
How much more relief did you experience having sex with other guys as opposed to just jerking off? Because maybe I'm naive, but I would feel like as a straight dude, I would always be okay with just jerking off and that I wouldn't necessarily need to go and use another man's booty to get the job done.
Okay, I'm gonna break you through something on that. It's a lot of people try to take that approach, but here's how I used to bust them out. Now we have triple X rated magazines in the store
That nigga tripping.
that people like, hey man, you want to rent that magazine now? So yeah, look through it. Nothing but hardcore sex in it. Now, well, you see penetration, cum shots and stuff like that. So I used to keep a stack of them, and you don't have to rent them out. You want to look at them. So after they done been looking at them, so I told dude one day, I said, look, I said, you like this one? He said, man, I love this one, boy. I said, did you get off? He said, yeah, I got off. I said, watching his dick.
What the hell?
Another man's dick and a woman, it gets you off? And he said, yeah. I said, so what about man? Oh, come on, nigga. You know we are. Hold up, bro. What I realized through the Triple X magazine that the tendency to have sex with men was already in them. They got the tendency already in them. When you leave the street, your sex drive goes with you. However you was having sex out here, it don't freeze up on you when you get locked up. You still got that urge that's more powerful now. You know, and then when you go through the masturbation thing, it'll work for a little while. But it gets old. And you in an environment now where you see men walking around that is built like women. And flaunting themselves too, making their ass pop. Bending over in front of you.
Oh, that nigga tweaking.
God, my woman didn't have a butt like that. You know, and you know, you mesmerize. And so I stopped caring about what people think. I said I want him. And I'll make my approach. Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?
I feel like you almost ended up, like there's a whole conversation, you know, about trans men, women, etc. Is a trans woman really?
That's
woman,
us.
But in your mind, you're locked up for decades, and it just becomes like, is a man that different than a woman? Like for your purposes, it's not that different.
Man,
Adam gay.
to me, I never hit a woman, so I didn't know the difference.
I can see how your mind would get there as the years drag on.
Yeah, but from where I look at it now, having hit a woman, and then I think back to that time, I'm just be truthful. I ain't seen a woman out here yet that has pussy as good as some ass that I hit in that penitentiary. Not yet. And I hate to say it, but man, I had some real good butts. Booty support is what we call it, you know. You know, like if you, like me, you knew each other on the streets, and I've been locked up a while.
That nigga tweaking.
And yeah, I know your whole family and stuff. But when I sit down and talk to you, man, I'm saying, look, bro, you know, I've been locked up a while, man. And, you know, I need some booty support.
Right.
You know, tell you straight out, I'm looking for booty support. I ain't looking for no conversation and a whole lot of riff-raff. I want booty. I gamble. The main thing I did in there is gamble, fight, and booty. And if I ain't gambling, I'm chasing butt. And I just didn't chase any butt. I chase the best that they got in there. I don't mess with no dirty people, people that don't take showers, don't stay clean. I got their medical record. I get everybody's medical record before I even.
How the fuck did he get that in there?
You know, we can get that in the penitentiary. Get your medical files and stuff.
That's smart. That's just like the industry, really. Anyway, okay, so you do this interview for the news, and you just kind of put everything out there. You expose all this craziness that at that time nobody in pop culture really had any kind of reference for like what was going on in prison or whatever. It's not like it was something that they were just talking. Well, maybe it was on the news a little bit, but like very rarely was this stuff ever making it to the surface where people really knew about it. It comes out, and does it just start kind of making you famous right away? And what was that like?
Now, what happened was, after I did a documentary, I didn't think none of it. They said it's going to be to help the juveniles or something. I didn't know that somebody had a real hatred of me, right? From all the fighting and shit throwing and all that, making girls quit their job. That they done took it so personal where they going to fight me to the end. So they took... about 2 years later, a girl come to me and say, hey, please, you all over TV. I said, what you mean? Oh, man, you ain't gonna like it. They said they made a cartoon out of you. Cause I ain't know nothing about it, right?
How many years after you did the interview was this?
It's about a year or two.
Okay.
And people was telling me that they made cartoons and boondocks. I never even heard of them. and like, in prison, your TV channels is programmed in. You can't get everything y'all watch out here in prison.
Right.
And so we can't get YouTube and all that. And so, when the lady girl told me the contents and stuff, so I started getting mad. I said, so they want me to look like a predator. I said, okay. So the fight's on. So we fighting again. So when I go up for parole, they tell me one day, you going up for parole. I done forgot about parole. I ain't never getting out. And I went in front of parole. I said, I'm gonna kill this right now because I got about 9 years left. I can do it. I went in there and I said, you know what, y'all. They said, excuse me. I said, you heard what I said? I said all that. Kiss my ass, your department. And I kicked the chair over, and I went back to my cell and laid in the bed. I cussed them out. So a lady come to my door the same day. Her name was Skylar Grief, and she became deputy warden. She said her exact words was, I quote, she said, you the first at what you do. So I said, what you mean? She said, I never seen nobody cuss them the way you did and still get parole. I said, parole? She said, yeah, they gave you parole. I said, when I go home? She said, tomorrow.
Damn.
So, I wasn't even prepared for all that. You know, I wasn't prepared for none of that. And I didn't realize that somebody done had a trap set for me. So when I get out on the street, every time I put in for a job, they say, man, you a hell of a worker, but you got some stuff on the internet saying you a predator, so we gotta let you go. I lost about 40 jobs going through that. And then I went in the church, and the church told me I couldn't even be a member in the church because the internet said I was
now it's time to check out the competition in My Team's King of the Court,
I got
presented by
kids
AT&T.
and all this. And that
Congratulations
happened,
to
man.
all the
And
King of
so
the
I
Court
couldn't get
winners.
jobs or
Splash
nothing.
won
And
week
then I
1 with
started
Ty
working
taking
under the
home
table
week 2. Jin took
and
home
stuff
weeks
like
3 and
that.
4
And
with Ty
but then
taking
that's
home
when
week
I
5.
eventually hit the
Remember,
internet and I told my
$10,000
story and I
and
gave
1
my,
million
and I do
VC
you
are
the
up for
same
grabs
way.
every
I would
weekend
give
in my
you
team's King of the
permission
Court, presented
through
by
my
me.
agent to get all my criminal records, my juvenile records, my medical records to every institution, jail or prison, detention I've been to, and see, let you see what you can see in her. Cause I have never been charged with sexual anything, taking nothing from nobody. Never a complaint ever been lodged against me. You know, so when you take into account how I made parole, cuss them people out, and that's unheard of that you can cuss them and still get parole, then go home the next day. Unheard of. Yeah, it was a setup from the beginning. So all that stuff they put over on the internet, they put me in a position where I can scream, "That ain't true. This ain't true. That ain't true." And the more I scream at, people gonna say it is. So what I did, I said, okay.
Well, okay, so my friend DJ.
But I did get a lot of booty.
Oh. Right, I believe that for sure. But okay, so I have a friend, DJ Vlad, and he's previously mentioned that at one point he was going to interview you. He wanted to interview you, but then he basically had a realization that he didn't want to be platforming someone that he considered a. And you're basically saying that that is not an accurate description of what you were doing in there.
Right. It's not. And Vlad knows. Vlad knows he didn't have no proof, evidence, or nothing that I ever did none of that. Only thing they went on was when I did my interview and said booty is more important than water in the internet. Took it and edited stuff and I had one person show me a picture of me. He said, "Man, you was swole." I said, "That's not even my body." They took my head and put it on some muscle man body and said, "Yeah, I take booty and all this stuff." And so, but I can assure you, no, I don't take it. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie either. I was getting booty and giving up booty.
So tell me about that. When did you first start giving up your booty?
Man, I was in a hole. They moved a dude next to me, and he had a real nice big bucket ass. I said, "Boy, I gotta get some of that." But he always say he ain't gay, so I'm gonna have to break him down another way. So I said, "Hey man, when you get time, just holler at me. You can stick your mirror out and look over in my cell. I can look in his cell." So I made sure I got a nice little fat butt on me, and I was big.
Oh my God, bro.
So he said, "Damn." So, when he looked over at me, he said, "Damn, that's fine." I said, "You like it?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "All right." I said, "Let me put something." He said, "No, let me keep looking." I said, "He ain't let me see nothing." So when he showed me his butt, I said, "Oh boy, let me get that. I gotta get that." And so we played the butt game till I got it. There wasn't no shame in my game, man. I've been molested before, so I already know how it feels, so.
So you don't consider yourself gay, but
I didn't want
you don't consider yourself gay, but you didn't mind.
No, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna keep it real. Now I was forced to answer that question. Yeah, right now.
Until next time, enjoy the game.
No, right now I don't see myself as gay, but I look at it the way they look at it in AA meetings and stuff when they said I'm an alcoholic, and I've been clean for 22 years, but I'm still an alcoholic. You know, in other words, you still got the symptoms, something in you, feelings and stuff. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Since I've been out, even though I don't indulge, and before I hit the streets, I went back uh, uh, 18, 20 years before I hit the streets, man. Well, I didn't have sex with nobody, and but before I stopped, I had sex with a lot of them, over 50 or 60 that I done been in, and I ain't gonna lie about it. But I'm thankful.
You're saying for the last 20 years that you were locked up, you didn't sleep with
Yeah,
anyone?
back the last 20 years,
Plus, those leaderboards are
Nah,
wiped
nah.
clean.
You just quit?
I haven't.
Ready to add the next round of ballers.
Yeah, I
to
quit,
their
man. I
games
had
into
reasons why I quit it, man. I was
2K26.
going
I
through
have a
stuff
question.
in there with
Will it be you?
Only one way
with
to find out.
God.
But first, let's tip off with everything that's
I thought
new
I was
in
on
my
top of the world, man. I ain't believe in God. I ain't believe in Jesus. I ain't believe in the Bible, none of that. And when God revealed himself to me, and it scared me. And then when AIDS came out, that scared me. And
Yeah.
so I was done, man. I'm
Nigga tweaking.
fighting. I can't do all this gay stuff and do all this fighting at the same time I was doing it there. So I chose to fight and just forget all that. And but when I got out on the streets, I seen a gay guy out here once that I was about tempted to speak to him
Season 2 of NBA 2K26
on
has
that
arrived.
to get with
Play
him.
games at
And
the all-new rooftop park
I came
all
close
season
to it.
long.
And then
City Heights, with
I met a woman.
25% rep bonus available in
But you know,
all
I
park
used to
games.
wonder about
This
that.
is the place to
Once you
be.
done went down that road,
And with the
can
new
you
NBA
ever
season arriving, it's time for
You
Daily
know,
Pick'em. Located right next to the 2K TV
say you
kiosks,
ain't gay
you
or
can predict winners
nothing
for
like that?
NBA games and earn
But,
VC for correctly doing so. There's a lot of lifetime challenges to
I don't
check
let
off
it
as
bother
well.
my
You'll want
conscience.
to reach level 40
I don't let
to
it
get
affect my
another
conscience, man.
calculator
I
for
know what
your
I done
bills.
done in my life.
And along the
You
way,
have any
you'll
gay
see
stuff in your
max
life?
plus 1 and max plus 2 badge
I
perks to
don't,
help you
but
get there.
The
no,
rotating
I
badge
never
belt
had to
this
go down
season
that
is
route.
Takeover
I think I
Surge,
slept with
which
like
you can
over
use to
1,000
boost
women,
badges
so
when you
never
reach
even
level
really
5
thought about it, to be
Takeover.
honest.
I heard
Season
of that.
2 also
They
provides
said somebody
bonus
said
rep
you had a
accessories,
man
boosts,
sleep with your
double
wife
XP
or
coins,
something.
and
Yeah,
a variety
so we
of
do.
new looks for your
And
players.
at one point, we decided, let's go viral. And my wife slept with a black dude with a huge. Yeah.
I wish it was me, man.
I bet you did.
I got 12 inch. I got 12 inches. I really did her some justice right there. Booty man.
Wait, are you serious? You have a 12
Yeah,
inch
yeah, I'm
penis?
dead serious. Now I went to Drewski camp, right? Drewski, and while we was.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
You know what? I've been
No.
Yeah, could have been house episode.
Oh, I should have watched that.
So
Wow.
when they brought the people, yeah, but listen, you can call them here tell you. They said one of the sisters came out and said, "You talking about you got a 12 inch? I don't see no 12 inch." Right there on camera, I stood up, pulled my pants down, dropped it to my knees, and showed it to him. Right there in Drewski, the whole 12 inches. Right. And then she liked it so much that when we finished filming, the lady come back up and said, "Can I see that again?" I said, "Yeah, you can see it." Yeah, but he didn't show it on TV, but he got the video of it. I just like,
Do you ever think about doing?
yeah, I do. I'll be a huge success. I know.
Shit, I could get you in the band.
I know I'll be a huge success in that. For the simple fact, everybody want to see.
Yeah, No Jumper should produce your first.
Well, my agent produces my first. I got an agent, you know. No, you can talk to my agent about it. What you say you ain't gonna watch it? I love it, boy. I would love to get naked and do it. And yeah. I'm really interested in that. You can talk to my agent about it.
Yeah, it's a good idea. So, okay, so yeah, I mean, it is kind of crazy. It's like people just sort of accepted this narrative that you were this. Just when you never really said that, but the Boondocks kind of implied it, right? And that sort of painted the picture for a lot of people.
Right. Yeah, it did. And they got stuck with it. And
he couldn't fight it for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't say shit, yeah.
2015.
Yeah. And then when I get out, to slap their face, I hear like, at the time I got out, I hear, man, I got about 7 more years left on parole. So I said, I'm gonna do something that's crazy. I'm gonna call 911, tell them to send me back to prison so I can get off parole, right? And cause our prison system got programs, if you do 6 months in there, knock a year off your sentence. So I went and got 5 programs and did it 1 year and killed that whole 7.5 years that I had left. So you would think when a person after doing 40 would say, I don't ever want to go back. I said, no, I'm going back. They gonna get me on parole. They did some crazy shit to me, man. And then like the warden said, I was at a halfway house. His wife would come and get me. He's retired as the oldest serving warden in Kentucky. His wife, Susan, I go to the house where the state house where they let the warden live to pack their stuff. They moving to Crestwood. So they came up with, she said that I f***ed her. And I'm gonna show you how they do power. They took me. I came from a temp service job. Police was waiting on me, Louisville police locked me up and drove me without any due process to Kentucky State Prison. What happened to me over there from some real serious, powerful people that they don't want to see nothing good happen to me after the way I fought them when I was locked up. They would paint a they hoping they could get me killed out here with all that stuff they put on the internet.
Right.
You know, hope that nobody give me a job, nobody talk to me, nobody like me, or none of this. They locked me up, took me to prison, said I'm the warden's wife since I've been out. And I was in prison 2 days without going through any court proceedings or anything. And she came up there and got me and brought me home. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, Adam. And then Fled, your friend Fled. Let me talk about Fled. Now, Fled did a lot of cartoons and stuff like that. Now, I expect somebody to make money. You know, you put yourself out there, somebody make money off for you, it's all good. But when you lie on it, that's what bothered me with Fled. When you lie, you ain't got no evidence or proof or nothing, man. You going by some bullshit, nothing legal. And then you stay for, I said, you know, because I would have liked to have a relationship with Fled, man, where we can do programs and do some more cartoons. You know, just go do a whole new set of everything. I would have loved to do that with him. But I don't think I asked Vlad to do is to respect me, man. You know that I did get a bum deal. They did all that cartoon stuff without my permission. I didn't get nobody
Who that is?
to do that. Nobody.
What's good, my boy? Terrence Sammy, what you say?
And for somebody to set up her, then I got a wife, and she got to hear all
Guess
this.
what, family? You right. She texted me on Block Me on Snapchat, and then he broke up with her, and she told me that it's not my business and tell me. Yeah, she trying to be friends now, bro. But it's like, what's up with it? For real, you feel me?
You know,
you gotta look at that like, what's really going on?
With Vlad, where we could just make money, man.
See what I'm saying?
And not take it shit, you know, and like with you, the opportunity is there for you. You know, you talking about or whatever, man. I'm ready to make money.
All right, so to everybody watching this, we're having connection issues, so we're actually going to have to kind of call this quits a little bit.
She gonna have you on ropes, bro.
Some of the topics that we
She
wanted
playing.
to cover,
I'm
but
gonna
we're
tell you
gonna run
something.
this
Women
back
like you
at
for
some
your
point in the near future.
convenience, bro.
Fleece, thank you for your time. Sorry that we didn't really get
Facts.
to finish this out the way that we wanted to, but I appreciate you telling your story. It's an insane story.
Yeah, and tell Vlad I'm not really mad at him. Just I am mad at him, cause he won't be true, man. He won't come true with me, man. I would love to sit down with Vlad and do a whole bunch of episodes of cartoons and everything, man. But
That boy said.
I don't know, man. You talk to him, Adam.
Okay, yeah, I'll talk to him. I could probably try to broker a peace treaty. He's a fair dude. All right, Fleece, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your time.
All right, booty man out. Do they got some good booty in that? What do you say?
That nigga tweaking. He made that? That boy need to change that. Hold on, Terrence. Let me go in.
Trying to see what's up with Dirt. You know what I'm saying? But my thing be this. Niggas could do that, and a lot of people are like, oh, they ain't know what was going on. These niggas been fans of us, of Chicago niggas, before they ever got famous.
Yeah, he had to be.
And your daddy GD. And you know a lot of niggas same way. Your daddy GD. So his daddy probably did a lot of GD shit and showed a lot of GD shit were made.
Right.
Two Shiesty rebellions.
Right.
To Mana.
Mana?
Say Mana.
Come on, Mooney.
No, Mana.
Mana. That's his name.
Well, Mana.
Come on, gang, stop playing on me.
No, O Block 300, Mana.
Well, come on, man. He
Mana.
dead, man. Stop.
Mana.
Don't do that on her, man. People dead. Don't do
They
that.
say Lil Durk.
Him out.
What, gang? What's the word?
Nigga, stick it up your ass.
What'd you say? I want to tell you about saying you're going to be fine. I told you don't say action no more. Did I tell you that? Ooh. All right, it's about to be some action, right? But listen, in a minute, what about some action?
Treating you, treating like a little mark out here.
You about to get treated, because you already got treated by Beastie. I said, but listen, the streets unplugged. You know we got to plug streets in, because streets ain't been plugged in a while. I swear to God, my mama, stop playing with me. The King Yellow and 607 Unk Show. You happy? You happy?
Shit.
You happy? I said, no, I said at the end. But listen, we got to get this right, because I think
shake your hand anyway,
you had a lot of things
nail.
misconstrued last time. No, you in the contract. I know you don't know it, and you got seem to forget. No, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of people in contract, but you seem to forget like your contract. And you said you had 7 things, and the 7 things that you did.
Why you putting our business on the internet?
No, because you forget. Because you.
I know you gonna tell something. You can't hold
you forget.
nothing we do in.
I don't know if you read the bottom
But
line.
I'll read the Bible.
Yeah, the bottom line.
Oh, you had some tricky shit. Like,
If you miss 3 consecutive shows, then the next 10 is free. Right, listen, if you missed 3 consecutive shows, you just now here.
I ain't missed nothing.
Yeah, you missed 3. Listen, when Beastie was here, you were scared didn't come. That's the first thing you got scared of Beastie. You didn't come. Oh, what's up? That's funny.
You a lying.
Gang, I called
good for the
so
camera.
I didn't call you.
You acting ass
Gang, so I didn't call you. So
You ain't answered the phone for 3 weeks.
That's cap. That's cap.
Swear to God on your mama
I swear
right
to God
now.
on my mama.
You don't care about your mama. I know about this already.
No, I'm free. You didn't answer the phone. I'm like,
Why you ain't let me come over here? You ain't let Billionaire come over here because you thought we was going to
Oh!
I gave Billionaire the address. He didn't show up. So he tried to backdoor me. Like, Billionaire, if you watch this, I moved. You tell him I moved too. He did. I did move. Stop playing on me. No, what the fuck you called? Get my address for? It didn't come. That was weird. Now that's weird. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. Like,
You know, he ain't come because he was coming to backdoor you.
No, he asked
But
me.
if he was coming to backdoor you, he would have came. So make it make sense.
No, he asked me, hey, yo, Beastie there? I'm like, no, Beastie gone. But then he don't show up. But then he had some niggas in the background say, yo, we going to 607 Unk house. I I'm like, all right, cool, pull up. But they
With the
never pulled up.
YNs, they was ready to kill
No one
something.
no damn YN. He too old to be. He was a
Billionaire, that's how billionaires stay young. He feed off young energy.
How he stay young? Where he
He
stay
hang
young?
with young people.
No, I don't get that from him.
Y'all look like y'all brothers. He really wanted to come see
Come on,
if
guys,
y'all
stop playing
was
with me.
related.
Listen, I'm trying to get with billionaire. But I texted him today. I said, yo, do it for XYZ, a certain amount. He never texted back. I guess it was too low. What the f*** do you think podcasts go for? Right? I told him I'd give him a back end. I guess he don't want no back end. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with billionaire.
He want some money up front.
I told him to do some money up front.
I want to be like.
Come on, no. That's in the contract too. If you drink more than 3 shots, you don't get paid for the next 10 episodes neither. That's 20 episodes you won't get paid for.
He
if you drink
posted.
more than 3 shots.
I ain't gonna lie. You see how this nigga dribbling in front of me, bro?
Just like a nigga. You doing fine.
Bro, this nigga should have been got ripped. I ain't gonna cap.
Keep it real, gang. How we gonna do a good show if you drunk? We can do a good show if you
You
drunk.
the one that told me to get the bottle.
Come on, gang. You
Yellow,
gonna cap.
get drunk.
You gonna cap. You gonna cap on here.
Make sure you got something nice
You
on.
gonna cap.
I
You
suck.
gonna, what? Come on, gang. Stop playing. I'm gay. Now, that sound like you. That what Beasky said. Why you skipped all past it? Beasky said, listen, if you're watching this, you know Beasky said it because y'all saw it, right? Beasky said that they got into it over Lil Jay. He said you got into it with him because you called his phone like, I know you with Lil Jay. Why you playing with me? You with Lil Jay. That's what he said.
I don't even have Beastie number.
What you mean? He said I was a trick. You got it from being there black.
Why am I calling Beastie?
Cause you say you talk, man. Cause you hang around Lil J.
Let's make this.
You make it make sense.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Lil J backdoored me with Queen D in 2015. Went to prison, right?
Right.
Came home in 2022.
Right.
The reason I started
Oh!
podcasting was he went on the interview and downplayed me. That's how I never even thought about doing no YouTube.
He
Right.
did this.
No, Lil J. Lil J did, listen, from 2015 to 2022, he was locked up.
Right. Right.
He come home. This 2022.
Right.
If I fell out with Lil J before he went to jail, tell me the reason that I'm calling Lil J phone to talk to him. Why am I calling Beastie to talk to Lil J?
I don't know. Sound like BC Cap, nigga. I thought that he was lying. He
He
said,
lied about everything. That shit he talking about with
Come
Lil
on.
Durk and them on
no,
your
he
shit.
said Dirt Daddy killed Von Daddy. Come on, gang. Dirt Daddy killed Von Daddy?
That Dirk Daddy been locked up 30-some years. How the he killed Von Daddy?
So Dirt ain't killed Von either.
Dirk killed Von.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know. You trying to give me the snitch?
Now, what? It's a snitch platform like No Jumper. You've been on No Jumper before. I was asking you, did that?
That's
that
her fault.
happen? There's a lot
She
of
lost,
platforms-
not
I
mine.
don't know who killed her. I'm pushing heats.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
she is not mad because I called her beautiful. She say stop calling me that. She playing with your feelings, big dog. I'm gonna be honest.
Man, he,
The last time you put
And you a silly nigga if you go back. I'm gonna just be totally honest.
man, why are you making fun of when
I'm not making fun of you. Got shot.
I keep telling you, bro. You gonna get your,
First day I got
bro. You gonna let that girl destroy your whole life if you keep fucking with that girl, bro. I'ma keep it a band. Like you keep on texting her, you keep on giving her your energy. It's like you gotta level up, cause if you don't level up, you gonna end up giving in to it, dog.
But then I got shot again.
Yeah, and then you left Chicago. And you got then everybody shot you and all that
So
rap.
I'm happy I got shot. Get shot, then move.
Yeah, you moved out of Chicago, gang.
When I shoot, you move.
No,
Just
no,
like
no.
that. When I shoot, you move. Just,
You drunk? Stop. You.
that's
Stop.
ludicrous.
This is a family show.
You don't like Nelly. We can't sing Ludacris.
You can't sing none of that shit on her. Because when you sing on her,
You're not my daddy. You don't tell me what to do.
oh, I ain't your daddy.
You're not.
You want to talk about family, don't you? Talk about your grandma. How your grandma killed your uncle. Your grandma was BD and killed your uncle that was GD. Let's talk about it. And your son is BD. He was out of the phone with your auntie and she BD. Are you really BD or are you GD? That's what I'm saying. How your whole family?
I ain't gonna lie, that rim rockin' stretch build,
I want to tell you.
Yeah.
that bitch be
Talk
Oh,
hitting.
about your family tree.
I'm really beat.
Yeah, I know.
I infiltrated the GD.
No, now you trolling. Now you trolling. No, I'm for real.
I infiltrated the GD.
No, now you trolling. You trying to troll. How your whole family BD,
Listen,
you GD?
I know who killed King Von.
Come on, gang, stop playing. And your daddy, I researched.
I know, like, for
No,
real, I know who
you
killed
the fake
King
bro.
Von.
Your daddy name Yella. You stole your daddy name too. So who identity? Who are you?
Don't talk about my daddy, bro. For real, I get emotional.
I ain't talking about your daddy. Say his name is Yella. Your name is Yella. Yellow boy.
Yellow Marshmallow.
No, his name is Yellow boy. Your name is Yellow boy. Let's talk
My
about your
name is
family.
King Yellow.
Come on, gang. I'm gonna help you
I
get.
don't want to. Don't talk about my family, bro. I get emotional.
Well,
My family
I'm
killed
tweaking.
you, man.
Yeah, your grandma killed your uncle. Listen, but everybody don't know that happened. Everybody don't know where you come from. Everybody think you just crazy out of nowhere. They don't know you was born in the family of demons.
My grandma was schizophrenic.
Yeah, that's good. She's schizophrenic. Listen, if you watch
Just
this,
like the new the show on Netflix, Monster, Ed, what's the name? The new the old serial killer that everybody copied. Now they just not showing this Leatherface, chainsaw. All these niggas copied this.
your grandma was like that.
My grandma was fucked up.
So how was she?
I was a kid. She bust my mouth
What you pushing out for?
in the bathroom sink. I'll never forget.
So what was your grandma like before she went to prison? For
I
killing
don't
you?
know how she was before she went. I wasn't born when she went to prison.
So,
she went to prison in '87
Right.
and came home. She only did like 5 years.
For killing your uncle?
She's a woman.
Come on, gang. She killed only did like 5 years. She probably kill him again.
If she had a chance to, she probably would.
So when she came home,
But
she,
they used to be hot, man. She baking and shit. I don't know.
when she came home, she ain't.
Grandma was rest in peace now.
She was a cold killer.
A gangster.
That's wild.
My sister fucked up too. Free my sister, free KK.
What the sister in jail for? Not manslaughter, too. Not murder.
Be on probation for 10 murder, then she got out and got robbery or some shit.
The wrong with your family, gang?
Women fucked up.
Yeah, stop. That's why your family bad. You trying to kill. Don't kill nothing. You die on my watch. No, I'm seriously, gang. But listen,
You don't get to talk about what I get to kill.
what the, kill that liquor. 2 more shots. Yeah, kill it. That's 2. 1 more.
That nigga hitting that
That's what I'm on. But listen, come on, gang. You was all that bullshit. Listen, a lot going on in Chicago, right? Let's talk about it.
Damn.
Now we gotta talk about it, gang. Because G Herbo, listen, they told G Herbo, listen. So he got banned from his block, right? They said, yo, you banned from your block, you can't come back. Next thing you know, listen, they said Big Op did it.
Big Op ain't kill that.
Come on, gang.
Oh
They
my
said-
God,
they
they held
said-
him.
They say allegedly. They say you got killed on the same block.
Ask Cairo, free Cairo.
But how you get killed on the same block after you tell somebody can't come on their block? Can her come on the block or not?
They say his family is on that. And they say, I think they already know. I just saw it in the thing. They saying one of his homies, somebody backdoored him.
Yeah, it's like Big Op did it.
Why would Big Op do that?
But for her.
Big Op ain't throwing his life away for her, man.
So-
You even got a song with her?
Yeah, he got one song with her, but I looked it up.
One
I saw
song.
it. I played it.
One song.
Yeah, but that's enough to kill somebody. Come on, gang.
You know Big Op look like he's 40.
Come on, gang.
17.
Come on, gang.
He a
Listen.
YN.
So listen, what are they telling Herb he can't come through the hood for? Why is Hood always want them to take care of him? But the other niggas on internet
People,
talk
hey,
about
listen, let me break something down. Y'all always think of obligated when y'all ain't did nothing.
Right.
Y'all
Ooh,
ain't
I'm selling.
struggle, y'all ain't go through y'all want a handout. Get up and figure it out like we had to figure it out. Ain't
Right.
nobody hold nobody. I don't know. My hood ain't you can't find one video of my hood making a video about me.
No, I can't.
Not one.
I
Why
can't-
niggas say King Yella got ran out of Chicago.
Right.
King Yella can't go to his hood. When people get ran from their hood, you will see shit like that.
Right.
You see shit like
Met my
niggas doing
match.
that on G Herbo. His own homies. You never saw a video
That's what
of
I'm
niggas say
saying.
King Yella, he a hoe. Not one video.
That boy just made that bill too.
Don't you think if shit was real like that, a nigga would have been this whole ass niggas, he
Are you delusional? Are you delusional? Everybody make videos of you about that. Everybody say that about you. I don't know if you watch the internet if you don't. They say, oh yeah, King Yell ain't this, King Yell ain't that. But I
Did
know
you hear what I just said?
What?
You ain't never saw that I know personally from my block, from my hood. I'm talking about you, them trolls, them fans of niggas that's copying niggas.
Right. Why you always so serious?
And listen, on my kids, this is another thing I want to say. A nigga ain't go do y'all homework. You ain't never heard a nigga play with me until I started vlogging, gang. When the nigga saw that I got comfortable and became a father, a man, and changed my life on some player shit, that's when niggas started talking shit. From my whole career up until 2022, you ain't never saw diss me, make a song about me, mention me, nothing ever.
So why is that?
Because once a nigga start seeing that I'm playing and seeing that, oh, okay, because I never showed my real side of how I was. I always was serious. I always was mean. I always was on camera. I never showed the real me.
Right.
Now they see the real me of me playing and having some type of sense of humor, a life of playing or don't give a because now I'm going to play the internet for the internet. The internet is the internet.
Right.
Gang, you know me in real life. You would come on, G, you ain't know, I ain't gonna
No,
play with me, gang.
You don't play no games with
And I ain't gonna play. I'm not playing like a No, like we gonna break this shit down. You know you just had Bisky here, and you did not allow me to come while that man was here, because you know it was gonna.
It ain't that. It's that the fact is, last time you came, you told me, you said, oh, we had switches here, young niggas here ready to get him right there. He won't make it out. I'm not gonna try you.
I didn't say that.
You did say that. You said
we
you
had
said,
switches here to do
you said I said, young niggas. Come on, you be drunk.
Did I say that I had him here for him?
Not him. So you had him with you. So
I ain't got nothing on me.
Right, why you always want to do that? Like. All right, we know you're on probation. Then stop getting drunk.
You gonna get a nigga to say, oh, you
No, stop getting drunk and forget what you say then. Because you stood right in that same seat and said he won't make it out. You know I remember everything.
If he would have played with me, he would have made it out.
Well, he played with you when he came back. He played a lot.
I wasn't here.
No, you wasn't here. And I'm glad you wasn't here because I don't know what the fuck gonna happen. You called.
Dude, just shoot. Why you keep driving, bro?
And then
I gotta kick your shit.
I've been here since 2017. You in my city now. This not Chicago.
But he said he came down here after last time and asked you where you was at. You ain't pop out. He said. And I asked Yellow what's up, and then Yellow like.
This nigga not even.
We have a common. We got a homie.
Right.
A mutual friend.
Right.
And I ain't gonna say his name on him, but he came over here with him.
Right.
The guy that you saw that he came.
Oh, no,
don't say.
I ain't gonna say that.
He got it.
For his blick.
This nigga rim rush 5 times in a row.
On skis, you can't shoot me with. I will beat the dog life out of that.
So he had a blick last time he was here?
He tried to get it, and folks told him no.
What the f*** you want a blick for?
Because that's what he gonna need. He can't whoop me.
Oh, that's crazy. Listen, Beast, if you're watching this, man, you are not allowed here no more, right? Because, like, I told you before that if it's a problem, y'all can go fist to fist. But I don't know you trying to get no blick.
Man, Chicago niggas can't fight. You know that?
Right,
nah. They do so much killing. That's why Trump get all that people out there.
Oh, yeah, talk about that.
Yeah,
talk about that.
Let's talk.
They said it wasn't going to happen. That ain't funny, gang. Y'all said they said it wasn't gonna happen, but now
that ain't funny. Because they need that.
Why would they need somebody to police them when they already in jail? Everybody already in jail.
They need to stop killing each other.
Come on, gang.
I bet you they ain't gonna kill him. I bet you they ain't gonna shoot at the National Guard.
Let me tell you something. That don't stop nothing. All that do.
It's gonna stop a lot.
No. It's gonna stop something right now, but as soon as they leave, they're gonna be killing again. The only way to stop the killing is to change the vibration, and the government knows that.
Who said they gonna leave?
The government is trying to stop
21 zip.
Come on, gang.
First of all,
When you start getting up in rank, you cannot play around with these niggas, boy. I'm telling you, these niggas come out that bitch rim running in that bitch.
Right.
Damn, nigga.
Right.
Only reason Trump
That ball came out that bitch rim running that bitch.
And brought him out. It was somebody that said some crazy shit because you know he just sent ICE out there.
Right.
He sent ICE. First of all, how ICE out there chasing Mexicans? Them Mexicans ain't killed nobody. They just took over buildings.
You see what happened with ICE though, right? He sent ICE, but ICE got ran off the block in Chicago trying to pick up a Mexican. They jumped out to get the Mexican. Got him up out of there. The whole ICE rolled out.
The Mexicans
they ain't going for it no more.
The Mexicans don't play.
They not going for it in
never
Chicago.
They not
in Chicago. They ain't going for it.
Man, El Chapo whole family in Chicago, man.
Yeah, the whole neighborhood.
What do you think he was doing?
The whole.
I'm saying no. On skis, he locked up now. All that weed, all them drugs, bricks and shit. He was stashing that shit in Iraq. They was finding that shit in Chicago.
But let me just say this though, right? You got the National Guard down there. If you're watching this, let me just say this.
The National Guard, if they watch.
Let me just say this. The government knows. Listen, y'all don't know the world we live in, but the government understands the world we live in. They know you cannot fix nothing on the outside. So Trump knows that the National Guard is not a fix, right? It's like going to the doctor, right? The doctor don't fix your body or pat your body. They understand they do not want to stop crime.
Yeah, because that's going to fuck up the money.
To stop crime, they have to change the vibration to bring R&B back, right? So listen, stopping crime is
bring R&B back.
Yeah, because
that's when life was good.
Because the music, the vibration.
It is.
Yeah, the government understand that, right? So don't let them trick y'all to make y'all think that they trying to bring peace or they trying to do something like that. The government never trying to bring peace. All they got to do is bring peace is to change the vibration, and they'll never do that. That's why I'm telling you, them, that don't mean yellow. What's gonna happen? Chicago still gonna start back killing as soon as they leave.
What I'm saying is, I'm from Chicago, and not even only that. As a man, for real, I want better from where I'm from. I want better from where you from.
That won't help.
I'm saying what I feel in my heart deep down.
So you think the police gonna help some?
That's not the police. Cause Chicago police ain't policing doing nothing. They part of the problem.
they part of the problem. The more,
At least the National Guard could listen. I don't care if it stopped for amount of time it saves somebody's life.
Listen.
Just imagine one of these YNs that was finna slide today
All right, so
or yesterday.
So you think you need all that? Larry Hoover put together a truce and nobody killed. So if one man can do it, what man? And he did it by the vibration. He ain't do it no
Because
he ain't got
niggas
to push
respect that. That's when it was organized. That's when it was structured, right?
Right.
It was structured. So people could do that. Even when I was growing up without Larry Hoover, somebody from my block, and we whooped the over here, and if you ain't come back and tell folks, and these people come back, they gonna beat your ass. But if you come back and say, folks, this just happened, okay, this big homie from Ada, he gonna go on May, and they gonna talk, and they gonna squash it, because guess what? He getting money, and he getting money, and they gonna fuck you up, fucking up that money. That's the same shit.
Hold on, what's the difference between police and National Guard?
I ain't gonna lie, that's tough.
Got guns. They both will shoot to kill you. What's the difference?
Okay, you got this National Guard, right?
Right.
Of people that's coming all over the world. Everybody that's a police officer from Chicago police is from Chicago.
Right.
They're part of the problem too. Some of them niggas are gang members that just stayed out the way of the police.
Man, so you telling
Bro,
me
listen,
National Guard's not the gang members stayed out the way to gang National Guards? You ain't sounding right.
But okay, majority of they because I ain't gonna say that too. Their training is way different too.
Training different.
The training different. They gonna move militant. They gonna move different. They know to protect. Chicago police is not coming to protect, especially this was Chicago. Mexican neighborhood, white neighborhood, black neighborhood. Guess what they gonna do?
What?
They gonna separate. They're gonna send the Mexican and the white officers and the black, and they're gonna send the other ones over there to their They will never really have too many of our own.
Damn, Dick.
They don't send the blacks to the black neighborhood.
Nah, it's gonna be one, and he might be a sucker. He might be whitewashed, and he grew up in the burbs, and he grew up in a foster home.
segregated.
It's the whole Chicago segregated. You don't even want to go get caught in a Mexican neighborhood by yourself as a nigga.
What you mean?
They gonna kill you.
They ain't gonna do shit to me. Oh, stop playing on me.
But all that Serrano,
Poppin' psychotic.
We don't. You
It's my mother.
They don't.
My mother.
They don't even.
Stop playing
Have,
with me. Stop playing with me. Cállate la boca. I'm black.
they don't even have it
Honey.
in the Midwest or in the South.
Listen.
Ain't no Serranos where we from.
Listen, you don't know that. I'm paisano. I'm paisano.
Damn.
I'm paisano.
A paisa is a real
I'm
Mexican.
paisano.
A paisa is a real
I'm
Mexican.
paisano.
You know what a paisa is? That's not a gang member.
Burrito.
Paisa is just like a that's gonna be when you go to jail and you're not a gang
I'm
member.
paisa. Oh, say a lie. Say a lie.
Yeah, when
Say
you
a
a
lie.
paisa
Say a
and
lie.
you a non-gang member,
Smack
guess
my
what you
shit.
is?
Say a lie. Say a lie.
Paisas is getting
Say a lie.
treated in jail.
Say a lie. Oh,
Paisas don't
listen,
run.
Swear to God on my mama, go to Big Spring, Texas, right? If you're watching this, you've been in Big Spring, Texas. It's in Texas.
GG.
It's a federal penitentiary, and the Paisas run the yard. Stop playing with me.
Man, that's in Big Spring.
They run the yard, man. When there's a lot of them, they push.
crazy.
I'm Mexican. You can't tell me what my brothers do.
Mexican, you a
Everybody Mexican. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you how. Oh, the world want to need to know. Let me take it back because don't nobody know. The
Man, you don't
Mexicans
get your
came from
Ice
Morocco.
JJ Fish looking ass out
Listen. The Mexicans came from Morocco, right? The Mexicans came from Morocco, right?
I know you miss me.
And the Moroccans conquered
I don't got no
Spain, had sex
attachments.
with the women and killed all the
You
men,
sis.
And the Mexicans came.
But I don't got no attachments, sis.
Hell, a lot of people don't know.
Mexicans are black.
Yeah, they black.
So
I'm
therefore,
not
I don't
Mexican.
miss you.
Black, they just get
But I got
ain't
love
tell
for
you
you.
Mexican gang.
Because you've been here since day one.
I'm Mexican. But it seems like there's a lot of problem for G Herbo. Look, I'm gonna say this right.
You can't ascend with attachments, baby.
We skipped and we always talk about G Herbo.
Your man miss you.
You always get
Right now you skipped everything else.
Your mans
I
miss
let
you.
Go ahead and skip because you're drunk.
Your mans miss
You
you.
know, let's skip because you're drunk. You talk about everything else. We talked about your G Herbo. You went talk about your auntie that killed your grandma that killed your uncle. You talk about everything. You talk about your grandma's got in jail for 5 years. You told your whole life. You know everything about you. Told your whole family.
If I miss you, that mean I got attachments. I'm a tired of star the channel spam.
Look, I don't know what that means. What that means?
Spam.
you under the five.
I ain't under no 5. I'm GDB.
Spam.
I'm 5 and I'm 6.
You started the channel.
That way you disrespect the
Nah, you
5?
definitely got
Don't
your
disrespect the 5 around me,
definitely
man.
got your ins and outs in
You under the
this
five?
bitch.
Yeah, I'm GDB vice lord. So I'm with the 5 too. So I don't got anything to do with that, man. That's crazy.
Everybody killing. What?
No, listen, Pooh Shiesty
Who shiesty what?
just came home.
Man, folks in them press. Shiesty on the yard.
Who?
Pooh Shiesty went to the.
Who get pressed
Pooh
by?
Shiesty went to the same prison I went to.
And what happened?
They pressed him.
What they pressed him for?
What's up with that song you got with Dirk? The GD.
He right here with me.
He
He
Don't
can
miss me.
respond to this. Big 30 said something.
Leave for 30 minutes. I bet he missed you.
He got pressed.
Man,
What
they
what
got-
what he
shit,
say though?
I'm
When he
tripping.
got pressed, he like I'm
Leave
good,
about
I
30
wanna
minutes.
smoke.
It
gotta
was just
smoke.
a song.
He supposed to miss you.
Music
Oh
type
no,
shit.
he ain't say that.
You know Pooh Shiesty daddy's GD though.
Oh, that's crazy. Listen, they on the internet trying to fake like Big 30 gave him $1 million. Big 30 ain't got 30 grand.
Man, Big 30 fucked up.
Man, he got 30 grand.
Where's
He
that
got a shorty
chain
that
he
keep
had?
coming in
All
here
that
calling
shit
me
don't
flexible.
have
I don't know
his
if it's
daddy
one of them
money.
little
That's
niggas
his
trolling
daddy.
me.
You listen.
That's his daddy.
What?
Give him Baba.
But
No.
she keep
But guess what though?
like
I
I
know
don't
where that
know if
million
it's
came
a
from.
real woman.
You know where that
But
million came from?
Huh?
Let's see where that million came from.
From all them streets. That's from his
No,
music.
let me tell you what happened. Listen, a lot of people don't know this. Gucci got rid of all his orders. We got rid of
He
all
ain't
his
get
orders.
rid of him or
Don't listen.
what's folks' name?
Don't listen.
All right, you want
Listen.
it. All right.
So look, he got rid of all his orders. He made a post. The next day he made a post. He said, I got $1 million right here. I'm looking for the next orders I'm gonna sign. He didn't sign nobody. That's that same $1 million. He had that from Pooh Shiesty. He got that from Gucci. He got that from his daddy. Everybody know. Everybody know he ain't getting his own bread. He ain't putting nothing up. He got that from his daddy.
Yeah, because he got Ferraris and all type of shit for us. So he ain't made that much money in the money.
Nah.
He only was famous for 2 years and went to jail.
Yeah,
You ain't made that much money.
Nah.
And we know what do with money. So
Damn,
they
bruh.
buy chains.
Game.
It look good. A lot of niggas, it look good. That money go fast
Who's
because you
sight?
trying to keep up with what's going on.
Pooh Shiesty in debt. Everybody, all these rappers in debt. And listen, watching Pooh Shiesty, I'm not saying your music is bad, but I'm saying you came home.
Just so you want to get, you gotta get it back in blood.
Let's get what back in blood?
Whatever you do, man.
Nigga, tell him to get his contract back in blood from Gucci. Yeah, so go get that back in blood because Gucci got his blood.
Hey, listen.
Stop playing on me.
I ain't got
Gucci
no,
owns
listen,
him.
I don't have a problem with him, but he did a real disrespectful song with Dirk that disrespected Dirk. That was my problem. So, and that was the problem on Nick in jail, and Nick heard that.
Don't
So when
quit,
he went
don't
to jail, Victorville, USP,
Damn, you serious?
tell me I'm lying.
You serious? Okay.
On my kids. He know where he was just at.
Right.
I forget where we was at. Unit 6B.
Right.
Ask him. If he come at 6B, right? On Skeezy, I paroled. Well, ain't no parole. We probation. Or whatever.
Probation. It's
Probation.
just like parole.
Yeah, but you know, it don't even sound right when you say I probation.
They do that because they give you 2 times in feds. They give you your time, they give you your probation time.
Yeah.
So they don't give you no parole. But it's
So,
parole.
you know, that's why he came home early. He can't get out 6 months early and he's in the halfway house.
Yeah.
But he was at 6B, Victorville, USP. And folks done got on his ass. And how I know, my GDs was up there. They got on him, questioned him about it. Bro, that ain't got nothing. I ain't known that. Ooh, that was just music.
But he was dissing though.
To get it back in blood or whatever.
Yeah, he was dissing all in that song, so I ain't gonna say it ain't that. It was that. He was.
Ain't that the song my POS me how I get up tell him how it's duck?
Yeah, that was disrespectful. I didn't like that.
So that made me personally, but I know how music go. That made me at first like, dude.
Yeah.
But I know that Shiesty might not even know that Dirk was gonna do that or say that. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
Dirk bogus for even putting niggas in music like that. I would never do a feature with a nigga and diss a nigga or put a nigga. That's like, you know,
Right.
adding to your beef.
Right.
Like, 'cause now, who got to deal with shit like that? Just imagine. Because ain't no telling, you might go to Chicago or you might go around the wrong people and they don't like you just because of that song.
Right.
So Dirk, and he reached out. They just posted, he reached out to OTF Twin trying to see what's up with Dirk. You know what I'm saying? But my thing with this, niggas could do that and a lot of people are like, oh, they ain't know what was going on. These niggas been fans of us, of Chicago niggas, before they ever got famous.
Yeah, he had to be.
And your daddy GD. And you know a lot of niggas same way. Your daddy GD. So his daddy probably did a lot of GD shit and showed a lot of GD shit that made Pooh Shiesty rebellion to what was going on. Okay, oh my daddy like the GD side. I'm gonna go to the opposite side. That's just like you with your daughter. Oh, don't do that.
Like your son.
What?
Like your son.
Don't
He,
disrespect my son.
no, I'm saying he went to BD side because you GD. I get it.
My son is in my house.
But he went to BD.
In his head.
Okay, but finish the story.
It's
I
a mind
just
thing.
want to make sure.
He confused.
I just wanted to clarify.
He confused.
I just wanted to
He
clarify.
throw a BD around me, his ass gonna be
Right. I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, clarify that.
But finish.
Clarify that.
Finish talking about
Clarify
Pooh
that.
Shiesty.
I'm a father. I don't play that.
Oh, come on, gang.
My
What's up
son
with
is.
Pooh Shiesty or not? You in the middle of the story, and then you get all emotional.
I'm a Pisces. You always doing that, bro. That's what I do.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on because to me,
Figure out what?
But for me, it's like this, right? It's how I felt when Pooh Cyphers did that. I'm like, damn, gang, you ain't even from there. Don't you got ops in your own hood with this?
I don't think you got ops.
No, they can't if you diss.
When you get ops, they make diss songs about you. I don't think nobody can about that.
No, but I'm saying, well, why he jumping in Chicago business and didn't get allowed to do that, and Chicago ain't doing nothing about it?
He might be a creative player too.
What you mean he creative player?
Nigga just made good music.
Nah, he had one song before.
I was just talking crazy in the comments. They said the Booty Bandit is home.
What you mean the Booty Bandit? He was hitting
Was he
something?
on? He wasn't on council. That means he was on down south. Was you on the down south call when you was in the Fed?
Hold on, you gotta be on count. He wasn't on no count. When
What count? You on the down south call? You was a gang member.
So he ain't no gang member. He ain't no
He
gang.
ain't no gang. So he was with the south call. You know what they do?
Oh, they go.
They
in.
gunners.
They gunners. He was in the South Car for real. He said, why didn't he just join the game when he went to
He ain't
jail?
a gang. You know they gunners. Y'all don't know about the gunners? There be 10 niggas.
Yo,
lined
like
up by the
what?
door, and somebody
Like-
might got the eye shot to the door, and they all jacking it. They might got a string on their dick.
Ah,
They
they
feet to the
played
front.
that. That was they played a young thug trial. They said they was all together jacking off. They
They ain't
played it.
never say
I
that.
swear to God, on my mama.
In the
They
state
played it. They played it in the trial.
You know you can't get in trouble in the state field. No, for gang members.
No, they did it at home, watching the TV in Thug Mansion.
They was jacking
They
off.
was all jacking
Ah! Yeah, I think it's my.
There's no cap.
I think I'm about to get off and probably go ahead either hop back on later.
Don't get your baba.
I'm not talking. I'm talking about talking about
Get your
chat, bro.
baba. Get the baba first. You gotta get the baba first. Yeah.
The fuck is that noise?
Boy, you the drunk, boy. You the
Oh, I'm
cold
sorry.
drunk. I was going to mama. You the biggest drunk ever. But it's crazy. Why is Nemo 600 playing with Young Boy? Why is he going to Baton Rouge acting like he's looking for Young Boy? What is wrong with him? He popping his though. He posted
Damn,
his
you on that.
location, and then the came looking for him. He wasn't even there.
You on that?
What's the deal with Nemo?
He on that.
Listen, how can you be all over the internet, right? And every
I just don't feel like guarding you. Like, you big as fuck. Like, I don't understand this shit, bro. You not supposed to be dribbling like that, bro. They supposed to been patch you.
What sense do that make? Listen, Nemo.
But I
Come
can
on,
get
gang.
red.
You was scared of him. If I was still looking like
Come
that,
on, gang.
Yeah,
They're like,
man, I'm
your
trying
son.
to figure this shit
They're
out.
like your son.
That's me.
Something fishy.
I was gonna be with him.
Gang, I don't feel about that. We talk about Memo 600. What you scared of Memo?
See how he dribbling like that?
No,
He
we talk about
not
Memo.
getting his
You
shit
like-
picked
you
up.
just stop talking about
Something
Memo.
more with that, bro.
Memo.
AOKD? You know AOKD and Mimo got the same baby
Man,
mama.
everybody say I like AOKD.
No.
You want me to
Mimo
beat you,
went
bro?
and had a baby with AOKD baby mama.
Swear to God on your mom. That's crazy.
What's
man.
this?
That's crazy. So why you think that he be doing doing
That's
that
all.
when you know he ain't trying to kill? If
Stop
you put
saying,
him in
bro.
camp? Then
I
you
ain't your
go there and
friend,
try to
nigga.
Memo.
Stop
He
on
wait-
here
act
and
like he
bitch
looking
saying.
for
I don't
young
want to hear
boy.
you saying, nigga.
It's clout.
For what?
Stop
He
dribbling.
want
Besides,
all-
you 7'4", bro.
Dirk lost. He in jail.
What the fuck going on?
Mimo gonna keep his name alive, man. I don't know.
You know what it is?
Keep his name
Stop
alive.
You know
spamming.
what it is? This is what it is, right? Allegedly, Dirk
Mimo
Key-
said he made 40,000 a month off music. You believe that?
About to get you off the
he
court
made
now, bro.
what?
40,000 a month off music.
How?
Let me get you off the court now.
You know how many streams you need to get to make a 40,000
You
a
need
month?
to talk to me.
You need to get, we
I
need
know
to get like
you
a
will.
billion. Stop that cat. Stop playing with me.
I do though.
You don't make 40,000.
Gotta stop you every time with all that
Make
dribbling
four
music.
grand.
No, I gotta stop you from fucking dribbling.
Hey, you know
I ain't
when
worried
Mimo
about the
said
fade.
that, after he went there with the chain on and put the bankroll.
The most night? The most night change?
So you said it was shit more than
Everybody got most night. Listen, I
Most
told
of
y'all,
them
mom.
was about
Listen,
to be.
this is what I'm telling you. Every rapper, if you think they be
Saying,
they
bro, why
most
you
night, this is
stepping
the
up?
truth.
Get
Because listen,
back.
if
Let me
they sell a
shoot.
most night now, what make you
Can't
think?
tell me. I got
Listen,
the
Pick the
machine.
what
fucking
makes
dribble
you
up.
think that all of a sudden now they can start selling real diamonds?
Different colors, man. You know,
Nah, I did that to you. I
Yeah.
did that to you.
Yeah.
You know what Moissanite gonna turn?
Rainbow. Yours don't do rainbow.
Huh?
It's rainbow.
Moissanite gonna turn rainbow?
Rainbow.
So what's gonna turn red? What's gonna turn purple?
Yeah,
Pick up the
I think
phone.
They make
What's
all
gonna
the
turn
shit.
blue?
Whatever they make. Whatever they make.
Y'all wanna talk diamonds? Let's get to talking
But
about
I know who
Tell
turned
that
blue.
bitch to shut up.
Come on, a diamond tester. Moissanite everything. Put it in a $1 million machine. Not $1 million machine.
No, the machine. Yeah, no.
Put it in a machine and it's gonna show you. It's gonna cover.
But look, Memo 600, stop. Whatever you doing,
No, he said you lying, you
stop. Ain't no way. Listen. Only way he can make $40,000 a month on music, it's impossible for him to make that. He can't make that. Listen, he can't make that.
Yo, why they sliding me like I'm Tootsie in this
They're not
bitch?
gonna allow him to make that. He can't make that. The Mimo is cap. You call Mimo right now, I guarantee Mimo cap. You know the crazy thing about it? You know why Mimo doing this though? Because allegedly, Dirt kill you if you don't slide for Vaughn. He supposed to kill Mooney. But everybody
Please
thinks
quit.
Mooney. Mooney do. Mana?
Say Mana.
Come on, Mooney. Oh, Mana. His name,
Thank you.
Come on, gang, stop playing on me.
No, O Block 300, Mana.
Well, come on, man. He
Mana.
dead, man. Stop.
Mana.
Don't do that on her, man. People dead. Don't do
They
that.
said Lil Durk killed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this crazy part about it is, I just thought disrespectful as hell.
Well, how the fuck did Lil Durk kill Mana Duga if he in the bed? They caught him with an Apple Watch. He sent the hit through the Apple Watch.
Nah, you know what?
Lil Durk sent the hit through the Apple Watch.
You know what happened though? I'm gonna tell you what happened, right? He was disrespectful with that man girl after he died. So, it ain't that disrespectful for doing it, but putting it out in the public.
Thank you.
No, he's disrespectful for doing it.
No, I should have put it out there. Everybody
It
gonna
don't
do
matter.
it.
Oh!
What's going on?
They said the death do you
Hey,
part.
listen.
The death do you part. When you die, you go up in that pussy.
All right.
Death do you part. Yo,
I'ma
if
run
I
me
get
one
it,
more.
If I ain't gonna say it, but when I'm no longer with my girl, I prefer somebody I know to have her.
Keep the money in the same circle.
Yeah, would you prefer
But
me to have
that's
your
with a
girl?
prostitute.
Would you prefer me to have your girl? If
No.
well, you tripping. You guess you had the best life over here. Best life. I give you the best life. Promise you the best school. So I'm
You a promiser.
yeah, promise you
Lie
everything.
like a motherfucker.
Lie like a motherfucker. But no, what's up, though, man? Is Dirt really doing this, man? Cause
Man,
like,
Dirk is about to get life in prison.
No, what make him got to get life? His daddy just said that.
I don't give a fuck what his daddy said.
No, his daddy just said that.
You just had his daddy friend sitting right here in your corner.
I already know, but I'm trying to get his daddy to come see me, but I ain't
His
made
daddy
it
don't
happen.
come see you.
Why
You
not?
Muslim?
Yeah, I'm Muslim. Like a salam. Socks and
So
salam.
like a salon sandwich.
So listen, no, you don't understand, gang. It ain't about being. You know what Muslim is? Muslim is one who submit they. Muslim is one who submit their will to do the will of God. So as long as I submit my will to do the will of God, I'm a Muslim. Well, you don't submit your will to nothing.
I ain't submit nothing. A bitch gonna submit. I don't submit.
A woman ain't supposed to submit. That's a lot of men get
You a
that
faggot.
twisted. No, ain't nobody submit because women ain't supposed to submit. Women are goddess. How you gonna make a goddess submit? Women are like the cat.
But you want a woman, a man to submit.
No, a man ain't gotta
You
submit.
just said you submit.
No, I said
But a
submit.
woman ain't supposed to
I
submit.
said submit. She's supposed to submit to the creator, and that's it, not
Look
no
at my
physical man.
head. I look like you. I've been on your podcast this long. My head done turned. Where my brains are?
What's wrong with you?
607 yellow.
No, I think you on crack. For real, I think the liquor's getting to your head, gang, because that wasn't
Crack.
funny.
You the one who
Listen,
smoke
that
crack.
wasn't
Lucky
funny.
You got new teeth.
Gang,
Show
that-
your teeth when you was smoking crack. I know them motherfuckers look
Gang.
just like.
Gang.
What's
gang.
the name
Ain't about
of-
my teeth. Ain't about my teeth.
Is it about
You
your
want to tip the tat? You want to tip the tat? At least my grandma ain't killed my uncle.
You don't even know your brother.
What are you talking
Okay. I never. Okay, I never stole none because
about? Everybody steal.
No. I just actually.
Everybody
no,
steal.
No, everybody don't. If anything,
You ain't never stole nothing.
no.
Listen,
Anything I ever stole, I never stole it because only thing I ever did in my life was steal.
Right.
That's it. Never stole
That's
anything.
stealing too.
No, take it.
So take it, not stealing.
Bitch is mine. Give me that right now.
That's all you ever did. Listen, let me tell my show.
I never stole nothing because I asked all the ballers and the rich niggas for anything. Like right now, I can ask you 20 times right now for something. Can I use your phone?
Yeah, you use my phone.
Okay, can I get some of the Saratoga water that you got?
Yeah, you can get some water.
Can I come to your show and this beautiful ass platform and be with the bosses like you?
Yeah.
All right then.
But you ain't stole nothing
I
here.
have to, because I asked you for anything.
Listen, gang. Listen, this streets unplugged. You know we gotta plug the streets in, because the streets ain't been plugged in a while. I swear to God, my mama. And today, we got a crazy nigga in the building. I swear to God, mama. What you doing that for? Come on, guys, stop doing that.
I'm doing everything.
Why are you doing this?
My hands look good when I shake them. And I got the.
Now you just trying to show your jewelry, gang. You got two watches. You got too much jewelry. Right now, you got too much jewelry.
I'm mad because my other white watch ain't where it was supposed to be.
So you would have had three on.
You would have three
I
watches
would
on.
took this shit off and had that white thing to watch the white thing. Right hand print.
Ooh, that would have been nasty.
Come on, gang. What you mean right hand prince?
The
man?
right hand's Prince.
Make that make sense.
That bitch purple.
Talk to him.
So it's purple. So you, a young nigga knew about that.
Yeah, of course.
So what makes it Prince? Because it's purple.
That's it. Because I don't like nothing else Prince did.
So when it's purple, he told you that before, like before
No,
we
I
got on.
just peeping.
How you know? You ain't know Prince wear purple, did you?
Yeah.
Who told you that?
Purple rain, nigga.
I said, who told you that though?
I'm a young nigga. Real young nigga.
Can we say homosexual?
Young. Young big bro. nigga.
Why you saying that? You think he gay?
No,
He
Prince.
might be. He
No,
might
Prince.
be.
No Prince.
No,
Knock it off.
Prince.
Black
Nah.
gay shit.
Nah, Prince wasn't gay.
Okay.
Ooh!
know for a fact.
No.
How? People hung out with his people.
Nah, not Prince.
Let me tell you something about Prince. Prince suck your dick so good.
Oh,
Why is that like not in?
oh my God.
He sucked my uncle dick one time.
Oh, you tripping, bro. Bro, you tripping,
Suck my
bro.
uncle dick.
What dunk was
My
that,
uncle told me
nigga?
this.
Bro, you tripping.
When I was 7 years
No,
old.
you
That
tripping,
bitch
bro.
was women.
If you let me tell a story, I'll tell you a good ass story.
Tell me.
Oh, no, 'cause when I was 7 years old, I was riding with his uncle. He picked me up. His name is Julian Valentino. Real name Julian L.
Talking about
Okay. Julian L. Valentino.
right.
So I'm gonna make the story real fast, real quick. A lot of shit to say. A lot of shit to say. So
Yeah, say that shit.
every Thursday, my uncle said, Prince should suck his dick. I said, hello, uncle, what you talking about, man? He said,
What the
he said every
fuck?
Thursday, Prince should suck his dick. So Prince got a sister named Tycho. Tycho was my uncle's best friend. They used to do music together. Then they met Prince.
Oh, you telling
Coming
the
out of one
truth?
show. Yeah, coming out of one show. Bam. So when my uncle used to work at some nacho bar, some shit like that when he got out of jail, probation, fucking whatever he used to do. Right. So I'm riding with him one day to Paisley Park, wherever the fuck his mansion is. I get out the car. I walk, piss outside the car. He come back in the car. He laugh. I'm like, what you laughing for? He was like, Prince. He's like, when you get older, I'll tell you what happened.
Oh,
Listen.
Oh
I
no.
was 15. He told me. He's like, cause you know, I always thought, man, if you come in a room, if I'm a blind man and I hear Prince come in the room, I'm gonna think a bitch in the room. I'm gonna think the most beautiful bitch. I'm gonna smell Prince. This is a nice looking bitch in this room. If I'm a blind man, would a blind man think Prince was gay? Yes or no?
so your uncle gay? Basically.
He bi.
And you hung with him.
No,
They ain't no bi. He's
no, he bi.
gay.
No,
He training you to be gay.
No, he ain't training me to be gay.
He told you to get older, you gonna know about it.
Huh.
No,
ain't training
he
you to be
told
gay.
you you get older,
No.
you gonna know about it.
No, he told me. But listen, I like gay people because they fun. And gay people, they walk
what?
2 times faster than a normal man, and they fight 2 times faster. They faster than I love. They got superpowers. I love gay people. But anyways, right? Let me get back on this. A gay people beat up everybody in your house in 20 seconds and run out that motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
true.
Yeah.
He said that's true. That's true.
Now you gotta touch my head. Why you trying to touch me?
Okay. It don't matter. So listen, right? He probably knows some touch.
You ain't gotta touch me, gang.
Remember what he said, right? He said, I ain't gay when ain't nobody around. But if the camera's on, I'm gay.
Oh, come on, gang. Come on. I ain't with that. I ain't Prince. I'm not Prince.
I know you ain't Prince. Okay, here we go. So listen, right? So I was 15, my uncle told me. He was like, remember that day I was laughing, I was at Prince's house? Because everybody was telling me, you don't know Prince? I was like, my uncle do know Prince. And it was just me and my uncle talking. He said, I'm telling around these fucking niggas. Niggas ain't gonna know my business because he a player. You know, karate, and he probably get, you know, he'll never fucked a man in the ass, but he used to get his dick sucked by fast.
What's wrong
He
with
from
you,
the 70s.
bro?
He from the 60s
Hey,
and the
bro,
70s.
let's change the subject to different shit. I don't know what you on, gang. You talking about Prince?
I'm talking about the Prince story. I'm almost done. I got 10 more seconds to done. 10 more seconds to done.
Yeah, Prince crazy.
Prince is crazy.
No, listen. So, my uncle said, listen. I said, so why was you smiling outside? When I came outside, he was like, listen. Prince was sucking my dick, and let me finish. Hold on. He said, he said, but usually I moan, but I was mad at Prince, so he didn't moan that time. So when he was sucking his dick, he didn't do nothing. And so Prince bit his dick, and then my uncle smacked him in the face, and Prince didn't even move. He just absorbed the smack, and continue sucking.
Swear to God on your mama.
Everybody's mama.
That's
Prince
crazy.
mama.
Listen,
No, that's crazy.
that was crazy. Listen, you just said some crazy
Prince,
story, right?
Tupac got good hair too, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Come on, answer my Tupac on the West Coast.
Listen.
Don't play with Pac, gang.
Listen.
No, don't play with Pac. For real,
Listen,
gang.
Suge fixed his teeth.
No, don't play with Pac, gang.
Listen, how you
This the
get out of
West
jail?
Coast. This the West Coast.
How you get out of jail?
This the West
It's
Coast.
okay to be in the
No,
West Coast.
Tupac.
It's okay.
Hold on, listen. Everybody watching this, I'm gonna say this.
Not Pac,
Now,
though.
Tupac did, in fact, it's proven, P. Diddy, right? P.
Okay.
Diddy tried to get at Pac, and Pac left, right?
No, Pac was giving that booty up. Everybody from Digital Underground was hitting him. Everybody from Digital Underground.
No, it was not
Pac got on
confirmed.
popping ass.
No,
he was a dancer for
No.
Digital Underground.
You
Pac
tripping,
was-
gang?
Pac was popping ass.
Nah, you
Come on,
tripping.
you want to see the video I put up?
You tripping.
He done danced for Digital Underground, yes or no?
He did.
Okay, he got on popping ass. Them skinny niggas be popping that ass all around.
No, Pac got, listen, you a young
And
nigga,
his
you
teeth
don't
was
know.
fucked up.
Pac got on through.
Pac used to rip condoms with his teeth. He was sucking dick. Hey, listen, man. Listen, everybody think he Pac got out of jail because he signed a little contract and 400 songs he had put up. No, the true story is he had the finest head in the world and he was a good actor. That's why Puffy was fucking with him, because he seen the potential in a dude could do anything. That's why Quincy Jones like Will Smith, because he could do anything. Remember his first role?
Bro, Pop was not gay.
Yes, he was. He's an
No, he
actor.
was not.
Yes, he was.
Can't
No,
tell
he
me
was
that.
not.
Listen, if you got some good
The
head,
shit he
like
spoke
5'6",
about, you can't tell me.
He's an actor. Anybody can speak about anything. He can be anybody anytime he wants to. He can speak about. He can be Martin Luther King. He can be a hard nigga. He can talk about the women. He did everything. He went every role. He was a killer, drug dealer, shooter, he did everything, man.
What make you think that?
Because I'm smart. I just add it all up. I don't believe in no stories.
But
Add
you
it all
don't
up.
got no factual information. This
I got
Streets
the
Unplugged.
facts. I got the
What
facts.
fact you got?
Okay, listen. Don't get mad at me. Uncle Tracy.
Go on,
Uncle
gang.
Tracy
No.
was in prison when Pac was in prison.